This morning, our guest speaker is no stranger to us. He left his home country. He saw planes flying overhead and said, one day, one day, one day. See, I love people when they come from different countries. They come in with an appetite for the opportunity. They come with an appetite to go build something. They come with an appetite not to work a job. They come with an appetite to be self-employed. They come with an appetite they want to become a millionaire. And most countries, folks, you don't have that opportunity. And America, you could still do it from no matter what race, creed, nationality, you could still build it in America that way. Without further ado, on July 9th of 2002, he jumped on a plane. He said, I'm leaving out. I'm gone. I'm gone. What do you say, Brian Baker? Gone. And he jumped on a plane, landed in the United States of America on the East Coast, started working at Applebee's. Started thinking, wait a minute, you mean I can make more money talking than flipping burgers and getting around this hot stove, burning myself and having customers mess with me? And 8 years later, here he is at 28. He just turned 29, March the 6th. He is the RVP. He's about to be the youngest SVP in the ACM that ever had. Without further ado, we don't know if he's in Maryland or down in Florida or down in Texas, because he's all over the place traveling and building his business. Without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to the month of April, to none other than Mr. Shakeel Cooper, Regional Vice President Platinum.
Thank you for all of those kind words. I'm excited to be back on the call. It seems like we've been doing this now for about 2 years and a few months now, but I always get excited to do these calls. And one thing I love about doing these calls is that I get a chance to reflect, but more importantly, while I'm talking to you guys, I'm also learning at the same time. But really briefly, for the people on the call who don't know who I am, my name is Shakeel Cooper. I'm currently 29 years old. Got started in the business at the age of 20 years old. So I've been involved in this industry for about 9 years now. But what got me excited about the industry was that they told me that you can make money without having to have a boss. And anyone that knows me know that I never like working for other people. And the reason why, because coming to America, you know, everyone comes here to go get a job, but I always looked at America as an opportunity to get wealthy, to start a business, to become your own boss. So when I seen the opportunity, I took it really seriously, got started on the spot. And since November 2013, I haven't punched a clock for anybody else. And the reason why, because I choose to bet on me. I choose to go out there and make it happen. But more importantly, I just followed a simple system that they told me that if you follow the system, you do it over a long period of time, you can have some type of success that one day will grow into a business. Where now today, my business is in, I think, 40 plus different states in a few different countries. I lost count. But what I'm going to do right now is just go into today's training. So if you're taking notes, I want you to really, really take notes, because it's going to be really simple. But if you follow the simple system, I'm going to teach you how to build a business that, you know, no matter what you got going on, your business is going to continue to grow without you. Who on the call today want a business where you don't even know everyone in your team? See, that's the business I want. When I go to conventions, I meet people, they say, oh, I'm a part of this team. No, you're on my team. People don't even know that they're a part of my team. So the fact that I can build a business where now most of the people don't even know me anymore because it's growing so fast, that's one of the best part about being involved in this opportunity. So what I'm going to do right now is share my screen and go straight into the information. So if you're taking notes, number one, be loyal to your organization. That's number one. See, if you're not loyal to the people that you started this business with, if you're not loyal to the people that's helping you achieve your dreams, they're going to quit on you when tough times come around. See, one of the reasons why I've been able to be successful continuously till this day is because I'm loyal to the people that started with me. I call them every other day or every day. I call them just to say, hey, what's going on? See, you have to build a real relationship with the people that's actively helping you go out there and build this business, because what I realized is that people will quit on a business, but they'll never quit on a friend. There's people that they had every opportunity to quit the business, but because of our loyalty to each other, they never gave up and they kept going. And today, now, you know, we're all going to Mexico in a couple of weeks. So just imagine seeing people that you started off the business with broke, disgusted, and now together you guys get a chance to travel the world and, you know, enjoy a resort for an entire week. But you remember when you always in the hood in Baltimore City trying to figure out a way how to make it out. And now we're hanging out in places like Mexico and going to be all across the world. So if you're loyal to your organization, they're going to help you get to where you're trying to go to, right? From there, Always promote the leadership of your organization to your team and emphasize how lucky you are to have those people, and including your uplines. See, you want to speak highly about the people that you're working with, because everything that you do duplicates. You always want to talk highly about the uplines, and you also want to talk highly about the people in your organization that's going out there and making it happen. It's not about a pin. If they're out there making it happen and putting in the work every single day, you want to promote their leadership. You want to let them know, like, hey, listen, you have everything that it takes to become successful in this opportunity. You want to build confidence in your team by always praising your organization and not comparing it to others. See, with my organization, we have no competition, because what we have is something that it's special. And you should feel that way. You should feel as though the culture that you're bringing in your organization is special, and that they want to be a part of no other team. Just think about it, right? If you played in the NBA, if you had the chance to be a part of, let's say, the Houston Rockets or the LA Lakers, which one would you choose? The LA Lakers. Why? Because they're the most valuable team in the NBA. So I look at my organization as we're the most valuable team in the entire company. We don't want to be a part of nobody else's team. We have our own culture. And our culture is what? System. Save yourself time, energy, and money. We just follow the system. And we know that the system works, right? And in doing this, you will empower your team with confidence and pride. You want a team that's confident. You want a team that knows that, man, listen, we're the best. And they're going to go out there and they're going to prove to themselves why they're the best, right? Everyone likes to be a part of a winning team. Be loyal to your organization. It helps build this, because when you think about it, right, when your team is loyal, when they have a bigger picture than just doing it for themselves, but doing it for the team, what's going to happen is that they're going to go out there and do whatever it takes to make sure that the team wins. And that's the type of team that you want to build. You don't want to build a team where it's only about one person. The team has to be about the entire organization winning, and everything that we do as an organization is to help the entire team win, because as the saying goes, teamwork makes the dream work. It's a team business. So you got to really focus on, how can I make my team better? What can I do to empower my team? What can I do to give my team that confidence? But it all starts with you. See, if you're not a confident person, you're not going to duplicate confidence people. And if you don't have any type of pride about anything, you're not going to display that to your organization. So at the end of the day, you are your team, because whatever you do is what your team is going to do. If you're just laid back and just reserved, you're going to have a laid back and reserved team. But you want a hungry team. You want a team that knows that, listen, we're number one and we're going to work like it. And that's the type of team that you want to build. Having your own business, it provides you with an opportunity to create your own destiny. And that's one thing I love about being involved in this business, because I preach to people, listen, you have an opportunity now to control your own destiny. Name anything in the world where you really have a chance to really make it happen. There's not too many opportunities, and many people, they'll never be given an opportunity. And most people, they let that chance slip by because they always think that there's another opportunity right around the corner. But I tell people this all the time, that it's been said that the average person only gets 3 opportunities during the course of their life. What number are you up to? The average person only gets 3 real opportunities. See, this was my first real opportunity, and I took advantage of it. So after today's training, just ask yourself, is this your last opportunity to make something happen? Is it your first? Is it your second? But why would you not want to treat it like, this is my last opportunity? I have no choice but to make it work. Because a made-up mind, once you made up your mind that you're going to do something, it happens. I never knew, listen, if you would have told me 15 years ago that I would be where I'm at today, I probably wouldn't believe you. But when I was 20 years old and I seen the opportunity, I said, oh, this is easy. All you got to do is talk to people, work on yourself, grow as a person, and people are going to follow you. I told myself, you know what? I'm just going to work on me. And by me working on me, I have been able to lead other people throughout this journey. And when I'm looking back, most people don't stick around in the industry for more than maybe a couple months. To think that next year, when I turn 30 years old, we'll make it 10 years that I've done this. 10 years. I've never done anything longer in my life. I couldn't even go to college for more than a year. But I can start a business and work it for 10 years and still feel like I'm just getting started. Why? Because it's not work to me. See, once you grow and you mold yourself, what can happen is that it no longer feels like work. Instead of you having to go out there and force people to want to be a part of your journey, you're going to start to attract people because you attract the people that you become. See, if you work on yourself every single day, you read books, you hang around quality people, you're now going to start to attract quality, like-minded people. But if you hang around the same people with the same mindsets, you're going to get the same results that they have been getting. And ask yourself, look at your phone, right? Look at the 5 people that you talk to every single day. Do you want their lifestyle? And if you don't want their lifestyle, stop talking to them every single day. See, when someone told me that, I started looking at my phone, and now my phone only rings if there's business or family, because I don't have time to just be sitting around talking on the phone about nothing anymore. Why? Because we're wasting time. And we can agree that time is the most valuable thing that we have in the world that we can't get back. See, most people put money over time, but guess what? You can always make more money, but you can't get more time back. There's people in this call right now wishing that they can be 20 years again. They can be 30 years again. But guess what? You can't. But you can lose money and you can get it back. But once you lose that time, you can't get it back. So I'll tell people on the call, the time that you're involved in the industry, take advantage of it. Don't be that person that play around with an opportunity for 10 years and then decide to take it serious. Because now you just missed out on 10 years of experiencing the blessings of being involved in the industry while you're making money. Because guess what? You learn while you earn. See, for me, I wanted to make money and learn throughout the entire process. Why? Because guess what? That's how you get great at this industry. You don't just wake up overnight or read a book and become great. No, you get good by doing it over and over and over and failing your way to the top. Because once you make a mistake and you learn from it, you can now teach your team what not to do. See, a lot of times people try to run away from the work. They try to run away when times get hard. But guess what? As a leader, you have to go through some of these things in order to teach your people to not go through some of these things, right? So your journey along the way is building a network marketing business. It will be a combination of highs and lows, victories and failures. It's not just, it just doesn't go up. See, most of the times you hear so much about the good that you don't really know about a lot of the bad that happens behind the scenes. Because guess what? We're humans. We have tough times. We don't feel like working every single day. Sometimes we probably feel like giving up at times. But guess what? We got to keep going, right? Because most of it will be a series of discoveries about yourself and others. So throughout the journey, you'll learn a lot about yourself, but more importantly, you will learn a lot about people, because we're in the people business. You got to learn about the people that you're involved with. Guess what? Everyone is not going to be happy for you. Everyone is not going to support you. Everyone is not going to be there throughout the entire journey. Some people might be with you for a year, 2 years, 5 years, a couple months. You never know. But as long as you keep going, you're going to attract the right people that's going to help you get to where you're trying to go. Embrace the opportunity to grow personally as well as financially. See, a lot of times, most people, they want the money, but they don't want to grow personally. To me, if someone told me I'll give you $1 million at 15 years old or $1 million at 30 years old, the average person would say, I'll take the $1 million at 15 years old. But at 15 years old, you haven't really grown personally. You haven't went through life. So the moment that you got that money, the money will be gone and probably in a couple months. But at 30 years old, of going through some things in life, we can agree that you're going to be a little bit more cautious with how you spend that $1 million, right? So again, understand that in order to grow financially, you have to first grow personally. Like Jim Rohn said, you get paid for the value that you bring to the marketplace. If you bring no value to the marketplace, you make no money. So again, work on yourself. To make a success of any business venture, right? Think about it, right? To make a success of any business venture, it will be about perseverance and having a good attitude more than anything. I talk about this all the time. Perseverance, meaning that got to keep going no matter what. And you got to have a good attitude while everything is not going good. See, people are only happy or have a good attitude when everything is going good. But when things are going bad, what is your attitude during that process? You got to have a good attitude when things are going good. Listen, one thing I'm going to leave you with on this call, if you're taking notes, never not let people see you smile. Never not let people see you smile. I don't care whatever you're going through. When you're in front of other people, always smile. When people ask you how your business, man, business is doing amazing. People ask me all the time, man, how you doing, man? I'm doing wonderful. And once you start speaking positive, guess what happened? It starts to inspire other people. People say to me like, man, I wish I had that type of mindset. Man, I don't always have that mindset, but I'm tricking my mind to always have that mindset. Because if you have a good attitude, guess what's going to happen? Everything else in your life is going to go good, because guess what? Your attitude predicts your altitude. So if you don't have a good attitude, you're not going to go too far in life, because it's all about how you feel while you're going through the motions. You got to look at things, either the glass half empty or the glass half full. I just happen to look at the glass half full. That's just how I look at things. It's all about how you look at it, right? And it's not letting the setbacks that you're going to go through, because you're going to go through some setbacks, get you down. And most importantly, it's maintaining the never give up attitude. It's all about your attitude. Never give up. Never give up. Because guess what? The journey will be tough. Anything that's worth having is going to be tough. If it was easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would have success. It's not easy. It's not easy to maintain over 6 figures in monthly billing volume. But guess what? It's possible, because I've done it for the past 9 years. And the only reason it happened because I never gave up. If I would have gave up, guess what would happen? Somebody else will be reaping the benefits of all of this monthly billing volume that my organization is bringing in. You know how many people that I started with that quit, and they looked at their back office today? They will probably faint, because all you had to do was stuck around, and now you could have been overriding a business that's only going to continue to grow, only going to continue to get better. But because people gave up too early, they just missed out on the blessing of having a business that can possibly run without them one day. Try to remember that your network marketing business is simply a vehicle. And like all vehicles, it won't go anywhere without fuel in the tank, right? And your dream is that fuel. Your dream, you got to have a dream. What are your dreams in the industry? What is your goal out of the business? What is the reason why you got involved in this industry? The reason why I got involved in the industry, I want to be free. I want to make real residual income. I want to travel the beaches of the world. I want to be able to do whatever I want to do whenever I want to do without an alarm clock. So what is your dream? That's my field. Everyone's dreams are totally different. But at the end of the day, if you have no dream, I don't care if you're in a Lamborghini. I don't care if you're in a Jeep. I don't care if you're in a PT Cruiser. If you have no gas, you're not going nowhere. So if you have no dreams, you're going to be stuck right where you're at, right? So your dream is that fuel. Next, you must have someone to drive that vehicle. Otherwise, it will just sit there and do nothing. And it don't matter how expensive the car is. If you sit a car anywhere for a long period of time, the battery is probably going to die. It's not going to go nowhere. You're going to have to call someone to help you fix the car to get things rocking and rolling, right? So you have to understand that you have to be that person in the driver's seat. Nobody else is going to go out there and chase that dream for you. You are the driver. You are the only driver in your dream, right? From there, finally, you have to understand that unless the destination is clear and you know how to drive to where you're going to run out of fuel. Meaning that if you don't know where you're going and someone give you a tank of gas and you don't know where you're going, guess what's going to happen? You're just going to run out of gas sooner or later. And that's what happened to a lot of people's business, right? They have no true dreams. They don't know why they got involved in the industry. They just got involved just because it sounded good. And then over a long period of time, they run out of fuel because they have no real reason for why they want to do the business. We can agree that when you're about to run out of gas, what do? You go get more gas. But what happens if you don't go get more gas? The car just sits there on the side of the road. Whoever drove past the highway and just seen random cars sitting on the side of the road. That's how I look about people. That's how I look at people that I started with that said they wanted to chase their dreams and they just left their car on the side of the road and just took off. It doesn't make sense, because no matter what you do, you're going to have to continue to have the same principles. Every business is the same principles. We're just in different vehicles. Treat your network marketing business as a business. Give it the respect and the commitment needed with any business, and then give it all that you got, because what we do is not hard. I never understood what is so hard about talking to people. What is hard about talking to people? We talk to people every single day. The only reason why it's hard because you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in the opportunity that you have. Because anything that you believe in, think about it, right? Think about people that watch sports all the time. You can't tell them anything about their favorite team because they're passionate about it. They watch every single game. They love it. Why? Because that's what they do. But when it comes to their business, there's no excitement. They don't know anything. They don't study, but they know their favorite quarterback stats. They know all of their numbers when they went to college and high school. And people know a whole lot of things, a whole lot of stuff that has nothing to do with helping them get to where they need in life. Because we rather be entertained than learn. That's why people watch TV every single day. So people come home, they wake, first thing about it, first thing you do, you wake up in the morning, what do? You watch the news. You can't even be excited. So if you was a tank of gas, think about it, right? And the first thing you do, you watch in the morning is the news. You're already at a half a tank before you even get out there in the world. And by the time you get out there in the world, you're drained. By 5 o'clock, you come home, you turn the news on, you go to sleep. It's the same cycle. You're watching things and listening to things that's not helping you get to where you need to go. So I stopped watching TV and I started watching YouTube videos. I started learning something every single day. Every single day I'm learning something because listen, network marketing is simple. We talk to people, but it's about you. Are you working on yourself? Do people want to follow you? Do people want to listen to you? Because at the end of the day, if people are not going to follow you or listen to you, then what's the point of doing the business? Because we're in the people business. You have to give, meaning you have to give your all. You have to pour into people. You can't pour from an empty glass. No one want to listen to somebody that's not growing. And you know that by the conversations you're having with people, right? So you want to give and receive because your success is based on the principle of helping other people within your network become successful. You are the person, you're in charge of helping other people. You have to be the person that's learning the most. You have to be the person that's working the hardest because at the end of the day, people are looking up to you. And the great universal law of give and you will receive is certainly true of successful network marketing business. You cannot be selfish. It's about other people. When I look at my organization of 2,000 plus people, it's not just me. There's thousands of people. There's people that sign up every single day that I have to continue to point to my leaders so that they can point to their people. But if your team can't get nothing out of you, how do you expect them to point to the rest of the people? It doesn't make sense, right? So as a leader, you have to continue to work on yourself no matter what, because there's people that's looking up to you. There's people that's going to come to you for advice. And if people can't come to you for advice, if people can't follow you, at the end of the day, they're not going to stick with you for a long period of time. And as you develop your team, try to adopt a mindset of taking your eyes off yourself. Take it off yourself and focus on helping the people within your team. Learn what it is that your people want to achieve by being involved. Then give your time and energy to helping them achieve their dreams. Notice I didn't say give them money. I said give them your time and your energy to help them achieve their dreams. Help enough people on your team and you will receive whatever it is that you're wishing to achieve by default. Because your time and your energy is something that's priceless, and it's something that people know that when you give someone your time, when you give someone your energy, that means that you really care about them. Because anybody can give money, but when you actually give them your time, something that you can't get back, they will value that forever. Your network will be made up of people from various levels of enthusiasm, activities, teachabilities, leaderships, and urgency. And some will be very active and others are not so active. So again, there's going to be many type of different people in your organization. And in other words, there's people that are going to want to build a business fast. And then there's people who don't want to build it fast. There's people who want to build it, slow. That's fine with me. But the people that you want to focus on is the people that want to build it fast. Those are your key people. You have to figure out who are your key people. And those key people are the people that you pour in 80% of your time in. I tell people it's an 80-20 rule. 80% of the people is going to bring in 20% of the production in your organization. And 20% of the people is going to bring in 80% of the production. That's just what the numbers is, and it's not going to change. So you don't have to work with everybody. You have to focus on the key people. The time you allocate to helping and coaching others need to be directed more to those who are looking for assistance, not the ones that's just sitting around hoping something is going to happen. You have to focus your key on those people, right? And one of the common mistakes in building a network marketing business lies in not knowing who your key people are. So many times people try to make everybody a leader. Everyone is not their leader. You have to specifically look and see the key people and spend most of your time with them. And this can result in you spending an enormous amount of time trying to motivate everyone to do something. And you know for a fact, the 80-20 rule, that 80% of the people, they're not going to do the work. Only 20% of the people is really going to take what you say seriously and go out there and make it work. Identifying your key people will help you do better with manage your time and allow you to provide quality advice to those who really want it. See, I work with those that really want it. I'm not out here trying to motivate 1,000 people to do this business, to go out there and chase their dreams. Why? Because I know that 80% of that 1,000 people are not going to do it. So guess what? I focus my time on spending time with, right, the quality key people. So if you got something out of today's training, focus your energy on the key people. Pour into your leaders, because your leaders are going to be the ones that help you build this business. See, if you're not bringing up other people that is just like you or better, then guess what? You're going to have the same team this year than you had last year. You're going to have the same team next year than you did this year. So if you want something to change, you first have to make some changes. And the business is very simple, but the first step is working on yourself so that you can pour into to other people. And if you can't pour into other people, then guess what's going to happen? Your team is going to stop growing, because the moment that you stop growing, your team stop growing. The moment you continue to grow, your organization continue to grow. If I didn't continue to work on myself to this day, guess what's going to happen? My team wouldn't be where we're at today. 9 years later, we're still here, we're still winning, and we're still at the top of the company. And we're looking forward to promote many more regional vice presidents this year with the same simple system that have been put in place. So what I want to do is pass the call back to Mr. Thomas.